right, good morning, everybody. You may notice the voice is different. That's because that other guy not only annoyed you guys, but he also annoyed me. And of course, that is the feedback that I'm getting from y'all. So I'm gonna re-record these. In addition, his stuff, I believe he's using a different version of Toon Boom. So that's partially why we're having issues. So let's just make this easier on ourselves. Plus, I get to practice doing this. So everybody wins. All right, so this is the arm from Friday or the last time we met, if I'm using this in the future, that we did a simple parented rig on. Okay, so we have each of our artworks are connected to a peg, and then the pegs are connected to each other. Okay, their pivot points are at the joints, as you can see here. Okay. If you haven't done this, go back to Friday and do it because it's important. We need this for today. Now, the big thing to remember here is we are not animating the artwork. Okay. You can tell something is an artwork because it's got that tiny little triangle, circle, square, right? The little colorful thing. That's how we know it's the artwork. We're not animating these. We're only animating the pegs. So to keep that from happening or to keep us from touching it, I'm going to go ahead and lock the artworks. Okay. It will still, if you use the advanced animation tools, you will still be able to access moving stuff. Okay. So don't panic. All right. So what we need to do is set our initial keyframes. And I'm going to select all these first, well, not all those, these first frames, except not you, Seamus. Of course, it's going to do that when I try to show you. Okay. The keyboard shortcut for this is actually F6 if you want to do it that way. Okay. So now I have my squares to indicate that there's a keyframe there. Now I know this thing goes all the way to 60, but I'm going to, I don't know, pop it in at 30. We see our frames are still selected. Except again, you, Seamus, we don't want you. I'm going to add another keyframe right there. Okay, so you can see Toon Boom automatically connects them together. So the computer is going to figure out how do I get from point A to point B. Okay, so on this now point B, I am going to select only the upper arm, rotate it up a tad, the lower arm, control, or the peg, rotate that, and then the hand, rotate that. Okay, so now let's go back through and play. Let's go back through the beginning. Let's change that to there so we can see what we're doing. And we're gonna loop it, and you can just watch it go. Okay. So that's all for today's daily. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to make this prettier.